Okay, this is going to be a super duper hopefully quick video because I'm not going to show any artistic ability whatsoever or share those kind of tips. But the number one question I've been getting lately has been how to use the Gamsol, baby oil, colored pencils, etc. in your faux Bonichi. And so this is a MiquelRuis journal with the grid paper. And so I thought I would just scribble in here and show you how I use it. Okay, so the basic supplies that you're going to need are going to be colored pencils. I bought a set of Prismacolor pencils off of Amazon. I'll put the link down below. But you can use any colored pencils. I also have this Crayola set I got at Target. So it doesn't really matter. It just has to be a colored pencil, not a watercolor pencil or an ink tint pencil. You need it to be a regular colored pencil. You also need to have something to blend with. I like the paper stubs, something like that they're called. I'll also put a link down below for these. I got a kit for working with the Gamsol. It came with this sandpaper pad. It came with a whole package of these nibs, and it also came with a bottle of Gamsol, which my label came off because I dumped this into something else. But it came with, and it's by Inky Addicts, and I'll put the kit down below also where you can get it. It was like 13 bucks, totally worth it. It gave you everything you needed except for the colored pencils, and I really recommend it. So let's see, you need colored pencils, something to blend with. If you're just new to getting into it, you could use a Q-tip to blend. It's not the best, of course, because it's not as sharp. But, if you just want to try it to see if you're going to like it before you invest anything, you could use a Q-tip. And then the sanding paper is just for these. So, if you have a Q-tip, you obviously don't need that. And then you either need baby oil or Gamsol. I recommend Gamsol over the baby oil for a couple of reasons. One, it seems to blend faster with less product, and it also doesn't seem to leak through the paper as bad as the baby oil does. I didn't have any bleed through problems with this one. This one I did, because you need a lot of baby oil to get it to break the wax down in your colored pencil to make the pigments move. What I did with mine, with my Gamsol, is I got one of these little jars and I put a sponge in it. And I just dip out of this one instead of this. This does come with a dauber applicator top that you can press into, but I just didn't like it at all, so I took it out. And these are really inexpensive. I get these through a nail lady website that I get my nail supplies through. But you can get them. They're just if you have a little jar, it just needs to be really tight on. All right, let's see. Okay, so basically, let's just scribble a little bit here. This is just a light blue Crayola pencil, and all I'm going to do is scribble across so you guys can see what it blends like. I'm not going to do any kind of real coloring because I can't do that. I started this like 2 weeks ago, and I am not skilled on any level. There are a bazillion people on YouTube that actually have skill with coloring with color pencils and Gamsol, so please just do a search for them. Jennifer McGuire's one of them. There's a whole bunch of them, so I'm not going to show any kind of talented shading or anything. This is the closest I could get. It is a Prismacolor pencil, and the biggest thing I've seen in the difference between the two pencils is these are much more pigmented than your Crayola pencils. But the Crayola ones will work just fine. We're not trying to do an artistic portrait here. We're playing in our journals. So let's start with the baby oil first, and I'm just going to dip into here. I'm going to try to dip into here and not get it everywhere because I don't have anything to put it on. So here we go. I'm just going to dab it out here. Okay, so all you do is kind of dip into it till it fills up your stub, all right? And then you just rub across it and it blends. And that's all you do. But like I said, with the baby oil, I found that I had to use quite a bit of baby oil, which in turn, of course, means that it bleeds through. It'll dry up, and it doesn't stay oily in your book or anything like that, so don't worry about that. But I also just find it just doesn't blend as well. Now, I do find that depending on if you want to use baby oil, I would recommend a higher quality pencil because the higher quality pencil, as you can tell, blends better. So, because there's more pigment in it. Less wax, more pigment. Okay, so that's the baby oil and on the two different types of pencils. So on the other side of the spectrum here, put the lid on it before it goes everywhere, we have the Gamsol. So I'm just going to use the other end of that. And like I said, I just push into the sponge. It fills up the tip. And then you color. And I find that the Gamsol goes a lot farther. You can do a lot more coloring with it. And you can kind of feel when it's not moving around anymore. And you just kind of blend it out. And that's that. But they both go through. But I don't notice that they bleed into the next page or anything like that. And this will dry and it won't show through. And I can't show you a page because I back them all. But as you can tell, it works even great with the Crayola. It actually blends the Crayola better than the baby oil. But that's basically what you use them for. And I found like if you do an outline of something, then you can just go in and blend it, and then your center stays light and your outside stays dark. But I'm not getting into how to color with them because, oh my, no, I have no skill. But that is basically all you do. That's it. You blend and go, blend and go. So get your favorite coloring out and just start blending it out and stamping and drawing, and it's fun. And like I said, most of this will dry and you won't see it through the paper when you're done. So yeah, anyways, that's what it is. But I'll put all the links down below about it, and where you can get the supplies that I got. You can get them anywhere. I had a lot of trouble finding Gamsol and stuff like that in my local Hobby Lobby, Michael's, or Joann's. I did finally find it in Hobby Lobby, but it was like a humongous container of it. And this bottle, which I poured out half of it on my desk before I actually made it into the jar, this will last me for ever. But I recommend it. Give it a try. It's fun. Pick up some baby oil. You can get them in like the traveling supplies for cheap. Grab a Q-tip and some color pencils. Give it a try and see if you like it. If you do like it, and then I would recommend investing up in really good color pencils and Gamsol. Again, links will be down below. Hope this helped. Hope this answered questions. Any more questions, holler, leave me a comment. Bye!
Hit snooze, just 5 more minutes, please. You're such a sleepyhead, and that works for me, that works for me.